Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 64 plate Volkswagen Polo, a fantastic example with a full 7-stamp service history. Just starting with the front of the car, I'll get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, really am struggling to see any stone chips. Couple of little absolute minute ones to the very edge of the bonnet. Just put my fingernail next to them so you can see how insignificant they are. As to be expected, and certainly nothing more than that. As I said, have to be really close to even notice them at all. Certainly no scuffs or marks to any of the bumper corners. The car does have the front and rear parking sensors. As I take a step back and look down the entire driver's side of the car, can't see any parking dents. All the alloy wheels really nice. Starting with the driver's front alloy wheel, struggling to see any marks at all. While I'm low down, just point out there's certainly no marks or damage to the driver's sill. Absolutely nothing negative to point out on the driver's front wing. Moving on to the driver's door, exactly the same, can't see any scratches, chips, etc. No scuffs or marks to either of the mirror covers. Moving along the driver's door, really am struggling to see anything to point out at all. Get close up underneath the door handle to show you no marks or scratches. Can be quite common, particularly on the driver's door. Can't see any chips to the driver's door edge. Once again, can be quite common. Onto the rear door in identical condition. Struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. Moving along the door, that does once again include no marks underneath the handles. Can't see any chips at the door edge. Nothing to point out on this rear panel either. That alloy wheel, exactly the same as the driver's front. Struggling to see a single mark. Just take you into the car from the driver's side. Firstly, I'll point out the driver's step is unmarked all the way along. As you'd expect with the age and mileage of the car, there's no sign of any wear to the interior. Just get a close-up of the wing and edge of the driver's seat to show you that. All seats, as you'd expect, really nice. That is just a shadow from the steering wheel. I can assure you it isn't a mark to the driver's seat. The car's had the overmats fitted from new. So there's no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells. Get a close-up of the driver's footwell to highlight that. Still do have the overmats with the car. Fantastic specification. The car does have the satellite navigation. Just want to show you the driver's door card is unmarked. Can be quite common around the window switches and door handle for the trims to be a little bit marked and scratched, but not on this VW Polo. Taking you into the rear of the vehicle, once again, no marks to any of the steps. Seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Once again, no marks to the door card. Just bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. As I mentioned at the start of the video, all bumper corners free from any scuffs or marks. I've already mentioned the car does have the rear parking sensors. There's no marks to the centre of the bumper either. Just get really low down, so you can see that's the case with the underside as well. Car's never backed over anything at all. Nothing to point out on the tailgate of the car. Just take you inside the luggage compartment, all nice and clean. Parcel shelf is present. Just get a close-up of the plastics to show you absolutely no sign of any scratches or scuffs. Just lift the floor up in the luggage compartment. They are the mats, still with the car. Absolutely no sign of any luggage rash to the rear of the bumper either. Just bringing you around to the passenger side of the car. As I look down the entire side, exactly the same as the driver's. Can't see any parking dents. Just get a close-up once again to highlight no scuffs or marks to any of the bumper corners. Once again, no marks or any sign of curbing to that alloy wheel. Nothing to point out on this rear panel. No chips or scratches. Moving on to the door. Get a close-up to show you there's no chips to the door edge or marks underneath the handle. Can't see anything to point out on the door itself. I do want to take you into the vehicle from both sides, just so I can show you all the steps, door cards. As I said, seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Moving on to the passenger front door. Once again, can't see any chips to the door edge or marks underneath the handle. As you'd expect, passenger seat exactly the same as the others I've already shown you. Absolutely no sign of any wear to the edge or base of the seat. Overmats have protected all the carpets. Really is an absolutely cherished example. As I go around the entire car, inside and out, really am struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. Onto the final alloy wheel, the same as the other three I've already shown you. Once again, struggling to see a single mark. While I'm low down, I'll point out the passenger sill, exactly the same as the driver's. No marks or damage. Maintained to the very highest standard with a full 7-stamp service history. It is also worth noting we have all our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer, just to make sure the car is correct on the road. You can view that 128 points AA inspection report on our website at www.peterscottcars.co.uk. All our contact information is also on our website, so if you do require any further info about this VW Polo, then please do not hesitate to get in touch. We are currently offering free mainland UK delivery on all cars. To have a car delivered, we just ask for a fully refundable £100 deposit. This deposit can be left over the telephone or through our website by finding the individual car, clicking the green "Click to Reserve for £100" button. You'll then be asked to leave your card details for our secure payment system. Once you have done this, the car is removed from sale. A member of staff will be in touch to arrange a convenient delivery day for yourself. The car is then professionally sanitised, transported to your home address, where you can test drive and inspect on your own. You only pay the remaining balance for the car when you're 100% satisfied. If you have any other questions about the delivery process or car in general, please do just ask. There you have our full walk around video. Hopefully you did find that helpful, and thanks so much for taking the time to watch.